Welcome back. The DOJ review into how the Russia probe was started is now a criminal investigation. And with the IG report on FISA abuse expected out soon, what should we be looking for?
Joining us now is criminal defense attorney David Bruno. David, explain the significance of this revelation.
Well, first off, it gives him grand jury power. And I think that is the most important thing, because prior to that, he didn't have subpoena power. What the grand jury allows is subpoena ducis tecum for records, as well as the ability to subpoena individuals in front of a secret grand jury to take testimony under oath. So I think that's the biggest thing. And right now, it's a lot of speculation based on this information. But I think the name that comes at the top of the list is Joseph Mifsud.
Mifsud, yeah.
Yeah, okay, because he has contacts with Italy. And Catherine Heritage broke some news yesterday that Barr and Durham have been to Italy and London. And if that's the case, if Mifsud's involved, he's the one that first gave the information to George Papadopoulos.
Yeah, that's right.
So who is he talking to? Who is he acting with? And is that the United States government that had any involvement in getting the initial information to Papadopoulos? So that's one. And then Steele, obviously, is another. And it goes on and on. Comey, possibly, for the FISA abuse, because there's also reporting that we're going to learn a lot more from the Horowitz report as to why this scope expanded and why this is going criminal. So that's some reporting that helps us understand a lot of what we don't know.
Building on the names, you mentioned a few names. Let's throw two more in the mix. What about Clapper? What about Brennan? Do you see them in any way, shape, or form? Or is it just so early at this point and we don't know enough to really make that conclusion?
Those names are being thrown around. Those are the two bosses. So certainly they're going to know if this was a conspiracy, if that was planted, those guys are going to be part of it. But, I mean, I think that's a stretch, personally.
Okay. Does something significant need to happen, say in Italy or someone else, to change this investigation from an administrative review to a criminal investigation? Or can William Barr just say, all right, now it's a criminal investigation without anything happening?
There has to be some sort of evidence, objective evidence. It cannot be speculation. It can't be a hunch. So I believe that they probably did learn something in Italy. That's the reporting, that was the thing. And recently, the Italian prime minister testified in front of Parliament that, yes, Durham and Barr did have two meetings in August and September, I believe, where they were given a private room. And that is around the time that it started being reported that the scope was expanded. Right. So I think it's coming from Italy. And like I said, that's the name that jumps out that's connected with Italy.
In the 15 seconds we have remaining, I know this is tough to speculate without all the information, but what crimes could we possibly be talking about here?
Process. I think, if anything, it's going to be process, because people were certifying to particular documents and the veracity of things. And when you think about Comey, he said that the dossier was unverified, but at the same time, they were using the dossier in the first application in September for Carter Page.
Yeah, Democrats are going to say this is only happening now because of the impeachment inquiry, but you say that there has to be actual evidence there to change it.
Yeah, but we knew about this before the impeachment inquiry. We really did. This was happening with Durham before that. So that's the defense to that.
All right, David, thank you so much.
Sir. You got it.